Hello and welcome everybody. eSpeed Racing here for tonight's big event. We are racing the NextGen car at Charlotte. It's our NextGen Open Challenge. Going to be a real interesting race. It's the first time we've actually tested the waters with the NextGen car here in the league. So it'll be real interesting to see how this race shapes up. We got a lot of good drivers here. It is an open setup race, so that's going to bring another unique twist to tonight's events. Most of the time, this league running fixed setup, so we'll have a little bit of a shift with an open setup race. Stakes on the line. We got $25 to the winner, so a little bit of incentive there for those to perform well here tonight, get that win. As we're kind of in our off season, we're leading up to some fun events here in the summer and fall. So a lot of good racing here. Hopefully, we'll have a little more regular stuff here on the Twitch channel between race streams, race broadcasts, and everything like that. We'll go around and highlight some drivers here in tonight's race. The 54 of Billy Davison. Currently setting 8th on the speed charts here in practice as we lead up to tonight's event. Another one, Derek Whitford, right now, he is the fast one, top of the board. It's put in 45 laps of practice. Currently the man at the top of the charts. We'll keep an eye on him as we go through tonight's. He's definitely going to be a top competitor to watch out for. Then you got Jaden Hopp here in 6th place on the speed charts in that 81 machine. Good driver here. Many of these guys actually compete in a sister league actually that runs open setup cup races. So we got a good mixture of our fixed setup league veterans. One of those, Brian Zimmerman, getting his first laps in the NextGen car here in that 28 USA Firearms machine. Going with the solid blue paint scheme for that one tonight. And we got the eSpeed Race League sponsored machine. Little brother Robbie Harpins in the 11 car. We'll see how he does. This, for a lot of drivers, is their first race since the change in NextGen car iRacing recently updating this car, which has really affected setups and everything like that. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out for a lot of these drivers. Not only is it their first time out, it's the first time since the car has been updated. Some of those changes matching the current real-life NextGen Cup car parameters, going with the smaller rub blocks and eliminating the left rear rub block. So it'll be interesting to see. This car prior to our last build was very, twitchy. Did not have a ton of downforce. Now with it setting a little bit lower, the issues of the snap looseness of this car may have been eliminated. So it'll be good to see how these drivers handle it. I know from my experience it was quite the handful, but a fun car to drive with that lower downforce. So we're currently setting right now with a track temp of 119 degrees. So it is a late afternoon start. The session's actually built off of what was ran for the Coke 600 earlier this year in May. So right now dealing with a real hot, sticky 119 degree track. That will affect how these cars handle. Another one to highlight, Brian Traeger in the eSpeed machine. Number 6, currently set 11th on the leaderboard. We have 15 cars currently in this race. We'll see if there's any late sign-ups. Thomas Craw in the 14, very good-looking car. We'll point out this paint scheme. TG Racing Graphics. If you need a painter out there, this guy does amazing work. Has painted some of the paint schemes for me. His car right here, this 14 machine, is modeled off of Trans Am car. I can't remember the exact driver's name, unfortunately, but it did run in the Trans Am series. SCCA had uh, that modeled after a car that ran in the early, or actually mid to late 90s. So awesome paint scheme there, rocking the TG Racing graphics logos, 851 Pro. Thomas Grau, we'll see how he does here tonight, currently setting 12th on the leaderboard. We'll take a look at this one. Another paint scheme he did. My personal paint scheme. I won't be racing here tonight, but you can catch a look at that. The eSpeed Race League machine, also modeled after an SCCA car. Another driver to highlight, coming off a big win in the Majors late model series, Brian Zabeski in the 85, making his return to eSpeed Racing to run here tonight. So we hope to see him more in the future. I know he's pretty pumped coming off that win in the late model series over there at the Majors League. So as our drivers go into qualifying, we'll highlight as the results come in, but we'll chat for a second, talk about some upcoming events here in the eSpeed Race League and community overall. What we're looking at is a bunch of special events right now throughout the summer is kind of what the biggest focus is. We just got over and done with the Stock Car Series, our second season earlier this summer. Big shout out to Brandon Sheffield capturing his first eSpeed championship there in the Stock Car Series. Had an amazing run, knocked off Chris Carroll, the defending champion, off the top spot. So Brandon Sheffield, here tonight, he's currently sitting 5th on the speed chart. So we'll have our eyes set on him, see how he does in tonight's race. But yeah, good stuff there with the Stock Car Series. But we're going to be looking at starting up another series here very soon in the late summer. So more information to come on that. And we'll also have some special events. The next one to be announced soon is going to take place July 5th. We're looking at doing a Firecracker 200. So traditionally, the 4th of July race is the 400 miler at Daytona. So we're actually going to cut that in half, do 200 laps in the Cup car. So announcing that here tonight. It will be a charity race. We're going to try and raise some money for some great charities and stuff like that out there. So I'll put some information on the Discord in the coming weeks. So be on the lookout for that. Right now, top of the speed charts in qualifying, Brand Sheffield, followed by Brian Traeger and then Jason Jackson, Dan Walker. Drivers putting in their first laps. Unfortunately, we don't have a view of qualifying right now, so we'll just have to follow along as they pop up. So it's going to be a fun one there. I'm going to go ahead and take my ugly mug off the camera and stuff like that. So as we get ready to race. But yeah, a lot of fun stuff coming for the league. We'll have sign-ups and everything like that. Trying to put together a new website to promote the league and stuff like that, get additional sign-ups. So we'll also have some surveys about what car we're going to be running right now, leaning towards the B car, Xfinity car, fixed setup racing. So all kinds of good events and special events coming up. But be on the lookout for that Firecracker 200 event. We'll have some payouts for the winner and maybe some random draw and stuff like that. But it will be money going to the charities. That's going to be the important part. Try to raise some money for some important foundations and everything like that. Drivers get to call their shot as far as that goes. To hopefully go to good causes and everything. So right now, as qualifying is underway, top of the board, Nick Baris, very fast Team GDR driver. I've ran with him quite a bit in the Cup car. He is going to be a tough one to handle. Team GDR right now taking first, third, and fourth. Those being Nick Baris, Jason Jackson, Brian Sheffield. Got to highlight the man in second. That's Billy Davison, making his return to eSpeed in the 54 machine. Good to see him back, and also starting out with a good starting spot there on the outside pole as of now. We'll be getting ready to go racing momentarily. We'll go through the lineup and everything like that. As qualifying is underway, we will check on that. About a minute left. About a minute left in qualifying, so we'll be getting ready to race very quickly. Right now, your lineup: Nick Burris on the pole, Billy Davison on the outside pole, Jason Jackson, Brandon Sheffield, Brian Traeger, Chris Carroll, Jaden Hopp, Dan Walker, Larry Bell, Derek Whitford are your top 10. Kind of surprising, Derek Whitford, who was top man in practice, currently setting 10th on the leaderboard through qualifying. So very interesting that he fell down the charts that far as we're getting ready to go racing. Right now we're looking at 78 degrees on the temps out there, so things are cooling off as we head towards the evening time here at Charlotte. Again, tonight's race, 100 laps. We're going to have 2 green-white checkers. There is an incident cap, so these drivers got to, be smart as they are driving or racing around each other. Try not to cause inadvertent incidents or anything like that. So we want some good racing as our field is set. We'll run through the grid as they get lined up here. Some great paint schemes, as you can see. On the pole, the 66 machine, Civil Tech, Team GDR. Your driver, Nick Burris, out there in front. In second, that will be Billy Davison in the Race Labs number 54 Camaro. In third, Jason Jackson, another Team GDR driver. Jackson Racing, the 86 machine up there. He'll be a tough one to battle as Team GDR looks to be very sporty, taking up the top 4 positions and everything like that. Hey, what's up, David? Good to see you, Mr. Shively. Got Brandon Sheffield set in 4th in the 96 machine. In the Edward Kane CPA green machine. In the eSpeed Racing number 6. That's going to be Brian Traeger, currently setting in 5th. As we wait for 6th place to load in. Should be some good racing here tonight. There's Mr. Carroll in the number 99 USAFirearms.com Pit Lizard Performance Machine. Chris Carroll set in 6th. Never ran the NextGen car until tonight, so it'll be very interesting. Guy's an alien most places, but this new car could be difficult to handle for him, so we'll have to keep on the eye on that. It's definitely doesn't run his same style. And that Knott's Berry Farms number 81, that is Jaden Hopp. We'll see how he does here tonight. Always sporty out there on the track. In the Circle Jerks podcast number 74, that's Daniel Walker. We're getting ready to line up. Andrew Griesbaum in the 78 Purina car. Then you got Larry Bell in the Eagle Eye Towing number 43. Derek Whitford, 11th place. He was fastest in practice. He'll have to come from the back in the number 4 Cool Breeze Racing machine. Thomas Graw in the 14 TG Racing Graphics. Check him out for all your paintings, car paints and everything like that in the 14 machine. Robbie Harpins in the number 11 eSpeed Racing. Bobby Allison inspired paint scheme. Brian Zalbeski, Nihon Tiger on Twitch. Check him out. Glad to see him back racing with us in the 85 car. And then USAFirearms.com. That's Brian Zimmerman in the 28. As our field is set and getting ready to go racing, join up with our leader in the 66. He will have control of the start here tonight. This is our first stream in quite a while, so let us know how the graphics look and everything like that, and the sound. If we need to adjust anything, please let me know. We want to make sure this is as good for you as it is for me watching these great racers out here as we're getting ready to get started. The field pulling through turn 4. The pace car will drop shortly. Nick Burris controls the start. Billy Davison on the outside. Nick gets started. Nice jump right there. Billy Davison struggled getting fired off. He's going to hold up Brandon Sheffield there for second, or for third. That's going to be your battle as the race opens up. Brian Sheffield firing through. Or pulls up on his teammate, the 86 of Jason Jackson. Nick Parise controls this one right off the bat. As we get ready to complete lap 1, got a battle here for 5th place as you see Chris Carroll and Jaden Hopp making their moves through the field. Brian Traeger falling back right here, right off the bat. He's going to go from starting on the outside of row 3 all the way back down to the 7th position. Actually started outside row 2. Your battle right now, Team GDR controlling the top 3 spots. Nick Maurice in the 66, Jason Jackson in the 86, Brandon Sheffield in the 96. Right now, fast lap that time by Chris Carroll. Chris begins to working on Billy Davidson for that 5th spot. Taking a peek on the inside of Billy. Strong performance right now already, right off the bat for Billy Davidson. Good to see him back on the track with us at eSpeed Race League. Billy now pulling up on the 3rd place car of Brandon Sheffield. Now challenging, drives right up on his rear bumper, ends up backing out. Brandon shifts to the high side. Little hesitation there from Billy. Car gets a little upset. And now he's got his hands full with Chris Carroll on his back bumper. Jaden Hopp has also moved into the picture, as Jaden Hopp puts some pressure on Chris Carroll for that 5th position. Good battles up and down the field, as you got the first 3 cars right there, separated by 0.3 of a second. And you got that second group not too far back, as we got the pass for 4th place, Chris Carroll, moving underneath Billy Davison for the 4th position. He's going to tow Jaden Hopp right there behind him. Jaden Hopp now looking to the inside of Billy Davidson down the backstretch. Billy fighting strong on that outside line. You can really gain some momentum there on the outside on exit, so Jaden's going to have to really plant that thing down on the bottom. Unable to do it so far. Billy Davidson's going to hold on to it, but Jaden's still fighting back on the inside. That's your battle for 5th place, as Team GDR holds the top 3 spots. Side by side for 5th place. Or 4th place, I mean. Jaden Hopp and Billy Davidson as they race. This is starting to bring in Daniel Walker in the 74 and the 44 of Derek Whifford into the picture. The longer these 2 cars fight side by side, we're going to move up here to the front of the field as we have Nick Maurice, Jason Jackson. Oh man, this battle for 4th just keeps getting better. Jaden Hopp finally gets the deal done with Billy Davidson, moving into the 4th place. But Daniel Walker now inching forward, try and challenge Billy for 5th. Derek Whitford now looking to the outside. He's moved up from the 11th position up to 8th. And he's looking to move around Daniel Walker on the outside. As that's going on, we now have a challenge for 3rd, as Chris Carroll tries to make a move on Brant Sheffield. Brant Sheffield's going to go ahead and move over and let the 99 machine by. In addition to that, Jaden Hopp, who's been hot on Chris Carroll's tail, is also going to go ahead and work his way around Brant Sheffield. That's going to separate the Team GDR cars from controlling the top 3 spots, as Chris Carroll now sets his eyes on Jason Jackson and Nick Maurice. Nick Maurice has controlled this race for the first 10 laps, but now his teammate Jason Jackson is looking to the inside. He's going to try and challenge for the lead. Nick Brees holds that high line, but Jason's going to go ahead and complete the pass in turn 1. Looks like that may bring Chris Carroll along with him. And Jaden Hopp, who's been hot on Chris Carroll's heels since the start of this race. Those two pulling each other through the field. Chris Carroll now pulls up on the back bumper of Jason Jackson. Jason Jackson going to get a lap led here, lap number 11.
Chris, I didn't feel anything.
No, but I moved up like an idiot.
Our drivers chatting back and forth there. Chris Carroll giving the friendly Canadian apology as he moved around Nick Brees. Now sets his sights on the leader, Jason Jackson, for that top spot. As we're getting ready to complete lap 12 on lap 13 of this 100-lap race. These drivers racing for $25 go to them tonight, part of this open challenge. Jason Jackson took over the lead over the last couple laps, is holding that bottom line, but he starts to slowly edge up, and that's going to open the door for Chris Carroll to take the lead here, and he's going to do it. Lap 14, Chris Carroll's going to be your new leader. Jaden Hopp really just riding his back bumper, setting in the pocket, ready to challenge for the lead himself, and Jaden Hopp's going to make a move. Jaden Hopp, out of 2, is not going to let Chris Carroll hold on to that lead for long. And Jaden Hopp now, Chris Carroll's not even going to lead a lap in this race. Jaden Hopp moves his way out into the lead. Great move there by the driver of the 81 Knott's Berry Farms. Wow, that was did not see that coming. Jaden Hopp with the aggressive move around Chris Carroll. Chris Carroll just took the lead from Jason Jackson. It was a log. Jaden Hopp now already out to 0.3 of a second lead. He is fast in that 81 machine. We'll take a look back through the field, see some more racing. Looks like Derek Whitford has moved. Oh, bobbled there by Dan Walker. Coming out of 4, that's going to give up the position to Andrew Griesbaum. Griesbaum, we haven't talked about in that 78 machine. Purina Farms, he's moved up 3 positions from the start, up to 6th, making his way. Comers and goers, Brandon Sheffield, who started 4th, he's currently struggling. Now has fallen back to 9th. Your reigning Stock Car Series champion. Struggling here tonight as he loses another position. Brian Traeger takes over that 8th spot. We're not sure if Sheffield picked up some damage. We do have a battle here for 5th. As Griesbaum moves up again, he's going to go ahead and take over the 5th position from Derek Whitford. Derek Whitford now going to get a challenge from the Circle Jerks podcast host, Daniel Walker, in the 74. Derek Whitford moves up the track. I mean, that's a sign of a tight race car. See some guys struggling with that here tonight. Good to know as the changes with this car are affecting people. Whitford was on fire, moving up 6 positions since the start of this race, is now starting to fade back as he's under pressure from Brian Traeger. Here we are getting ready to complete lap 18 on to lap 19 as Derek Whitford getting ready to drop another spot. Whoa, Traeger bobbled coming out of 4. Ends up not getting a chance to finish that pass. As we take a look at our leader, Jaden Hopp has moved out to 0.8 of a second on second place, Chris Carroll. There will if this goes greens, we will see green flag pit stop, so we'll keep an eye on that. But the Knott's Berry Farm Ford Mustang out in front, Jaden Hopp moved up 6 positions, starting 7th up to 1st. Currently that time by, he is the fastest on the track. So we'll see him extending his lead as we got a battle for 3rd place as Nick Brees makes his way back around his teammate. Jason Jackson for that third position. Nick Brees held the lead for the first 11 laps or so before giving it up to Jason Jackson. Has fallen back to fourth at one point, but now has worked his way back up to third. As that time by again, well, we got Brian Traeger. Brian Traeger running the fastest lap so far. That lap, as he currently sets seventh, but he is on the heels of Daniel Walker for that sixth position. Walker doing an admirable job here, battling with Andrew Griesbaum. Whoa, drove in a little bit too deep there, washed up the track. Brian Traeger in the eSpeed Racing Ford Mustang looking to the outside down the front stretch, as we now have a battle for the fourth position. Whoa, Walker way up the track that time by. Griesbaum right on the heels of the 86 machine of Jason Jackson. This is a cluster right here of good racing. Man, you love to see it. Jason Jackson in the 86, Andrew Griesbaum in the 78, Daniel Walker in the 74, Brian Traeger in the 6, all separated by about 0.2 of a second right there for fourth position. And it appears they are creeping up on the third place car, the 66 of Nick Brees, as we come down the backstretch. A little bobble from Daniel Walker in the 74. As he drives up on the back bumper of Griesbaum, drifts up the track. That's going to maybe open the door for Brian Traeger. Cannot quite get the power down the front stretch, but Griesbaum now looking for that fourth position on Jason Jackson coming out at 2. Brian Traeger jumps to the outside of Jason Jackson. We got a battle not only for fourth, but also for sixth. Andrew Griesbaum looks like he's going to be able to seal the deal through 3 and 4 as Jason Jackson continues to drift backwards. He's now under fire from the 74 of Daniel Walker, as Daniel Walker looks to, whoa, little nose choppy there. That's going to back up not only the 74, but the 6. Oh, we got a car way loose and in the wall. Derek Whitford, into the inside wall. Big damage on the 44 machine. He's going to try and keep it going, but he looks like he has serious damage on the 44 machine. He keeps it going. I don't know if he can make it down pit road. We'll keep our eyes on that. Looks like he is going to be able to pit that thing, but unfortunate for the 44 machine. As we got it past now, gearing up for the 5th position, Brian Traeger now on the inside of the 74 of Daniel Walker. Daniel Walker pulls up to the outside, lets Traeger go. That's been a good battle here tonight. Traeger, though, a little loose coming out of 4, but he's going to go ahead and get that pass completed, move himself into the top 5. We'll take a look at our lead, as Jaden Hopp has pulled up to a 1.3 second lead on second place, 99 Chris Carroll. As you see, the 44 machine of Derek Whitford has gone ahead and pulled it into the garage 2 laps down after hitting the outside wall. There you see the 99 machine of Chris Carroll slowly fading back from Jaden Hopp. Just does not have the speed to contend. We'll have to see. Wily veteran Chris Carroll, he could get it done, make up that gap in the pits. We know he has limited experience in the next-gen car, so it'll be interesting to see how the second half of the race plays out. Third place, that's Nick Brees in the Civil Tech number 66. Our pole sitter led the first handful of laps before giving way to Chris Carroll and Jaden Hopp. Currently trying to fend off the 78 machine of Andrew Griesbaum. Nearing this battle is the 6, the eSpeed Racing machine of Brian Traeger. run a little bit higher line. Kind of interesting line where he drifts up through the center and pulls it back down. Whoa, way loose coming out of the corner. We'll have to look at speeds this time by. Right now, Brian Traeger, fastest on the track that time. He'll be one to watch as this race continues on. We'll likely see pit stops right around lap 50. As we take a further back look in the field, the number 74 of Daniel Walker, currently saying 6th. Solid run for the Circle Jerks podcast car. Check them out. They are available on all podcasting networks. If you love NASCAR and love goofballs talking about it, that's a podcast for you. Check it out. They recently sponsored the Nick Perez. Oh, man. The 43 truck at Sonoma. It was really awesome to see. Got the Circle Jerks logo on the 43 truck. It had a decent run, too. That kid has a, I think it's Nick Perez. Man, somebody's going to scour me for that. Unfortunately, don't have all my facts straight. I apologize. Go back here to 7th place. That is Brandon Sheffield in the 96 machine. Edward Kane CPA Camaro, Team GDR driver. He's fallen a little bit. Started 4th, has dropped back down to 7th. Car looked to be a little bit tight early on. Looks like he's been able to save a little and starting to close his way back in on the 74 of Daniel Walker. Another driver, Team GDR racer. That is Jason Jackson. He's dropped a little bit since the start from 3rd down to the 8th position, but still solid in the top 10. As we got the 28 of Brian Zimmerman has hit pit road. 9th position, you got the TG Racing Graphics, Thomas Graw, the number 14 Camaro. Solid looking paint. That's a TG Racing Graphics design right there. Check them out on Facebook if you're needing a paint. Guy's a hell of a pro. He's painted a lot of eSpeed racing cars. If you've seen any of my paints, Thomas Grau's done most of them. Larry Bell in the 43, the Iron Man. Between him and Brian Traeger, they have completed ran every eSpeed Racing official event so far. So really good to see Larry out here supporting the league, doing a great job running 10th. Good battle here for 11th. That's Brian Zabeski. Nihon Tiger, Nihon. Tiger on Twitch. Check him out. He's got a great stream to watch. See him in the NWO inspired paint scheme. Winning last night in the Majors late model series. Out here running the Next Gen Cup cars with us, running 11th. Right behind him is my little brother in the eSpeed Race League machine. Bobby Allison inspired paint scheme, the 11 car. Robbie holding his own there in 12th. Billy Davidson, good to see him back in the league. He started on the outside pole, had a solid start. Currently finds himself in 13th. Rounding out the field, we got 2 cars that have made pit stops or are out of the event. That's Brian Zimmerman and Derek Whitford. See Brian Zimmerman still out there. Went ahead and pitted on lap 33, trying to short pit this race. These cars can go about 70 laps, I believe, on fuel 65. So maybe trying to play a little strategy to run out this second run. But the man of the hour, that's Jaden Hopp, your leader, 37 laps in, controlling this thing. Starting to lose a little bit of ground as we see Chris Carroll only 1.5 seconds back. It's close to 2 seconds a little bit ago, so Chris Carroll may be saving a little bit of tire. Now 1.3 seconds back, so we may have a battle for a lead before too long. Try to catch a good position battle. That may be between Daniel Walker, Jason Jackson, separated by 0.3 of a second for the 7th position. Let's see if we can talk to one of these drivers. Let's see if we can grab... Well, looks like Derek Whitford no longer in the Discord to chat to. We could have touched base on what happened there. But we'll we'll have to catch up with him at a later time. As here at lap 39, we got a good battle here, 4-7. Jason Jackson pulling in on the back bumper of Daniel Walker in the 74. Walker holding his own here in the waning stages of this run. About 10 laps before we see our leaders maybe first make their attempt to pit road. I expect to see many of these drivers cut it at halfway. Take a look at this battle for third place. Andrew Griesbaum, Brian Traeger separated about 0.4 of a second. Traeger's been about the fastest car on the track last few laps. We'll have to take a look at that as the leaders come by, see where they're setting so far. Looks like Griesbaum steadied that lead, but yeah, Traeger that time by just barely. A little bit faster than Griesbaum. Griesbaum and Traeger both really fast cars right now. Our lead is shrinking though. Chris Carroll within a second of that car, the 81 of Jaden Hopp. As you see, coming down the front stretch, that 99 machine inching closer, but Jaden Hopp very fast that time. Looks like Chris Carroll just a little bit faster. Brian Traeger, again, the fastest car on the track. So as the laps wind down, we can see more and more racing. Battles for position. That third place battle now 0.2 of a second between these two cars. Andrew Griesbaum and Brian Traeger. So if you weren't here for the start of the race, I wanted to just give everybody a heads up. A couple big things coming in the near future. Oh, as we get a call for pits, we'll take a look at that. That sounds like the 96 of Brandon Sheffield. Maybe pitting this time. 43 laps in. That might be a little bit earlier, a little bit strategy call. Tried to undercut the rest of the field, so we'll take a look at that. See how he does as he hits the binders on the 96 machine. He's going to be our first car on pit road. We'll have to see if this brings the rest of the field down. As he comes in a little bit early to undercut, playing a little bit of strategy in the 96 Edward Kane CPA machine. We had one other driver that undercut it a little bit. That was Brian Zimmerman in that 28 USA Firearms machine right there. Zimmerman working his way through traffic. Good to see the strategy play out. Again, we'll have to keep an eye on if that brings other drivers in as the battle for third is boiling hot. Brian Traeger looking to get around Andrew Griesbaum as we got another car hitting pit road. That's the 43 of Larry Bell. Brian Traeger, Andrew Griesbaum neck and neck. 0.2 of a second separates them. Both these guys have been the fastest on the track so far. Traeger just a little bit faster. That time about 1/10 of a second faster than Andrew Griesbaum. Griesbaum, I'll give these guys credit. They're probably about the most Ryan Newman-esque drivers on the track. So there might not be much passing going on between these two. Brian Traeger, another Ironman of the league, has ran every race we've put on here at the eSpeed Racing League as far as official races. So glad to see the support there. Hey, Ed Kane. Glad you can make it to the chat. Appreciate it, man. We miss you on the track. Hopefully you're getting your wheel issues fixed up. Like to see you back out here racing as. Whoa, Andrew Griesbaum. Drastic move to shut the door on Brian Traeger. He doesn't want to give up that third place spot. I don't know how Traeger's going to feel about that. That was a move to make sure to shut the door on Traeger for that third position. As the battle for the lead, I hate to move away from this, but our lead has shrunk. your leader's only 0.2 of a second. He almost had a 2-second lead at one point. Jaden Hopp and Chris Carroll. We'll have to see. Chris Carroll edging closer, pulling up on the back bumper of that Knott's Berry Farms number 81 Ford Mustang. That time by Carroll about 0.3 of a second faster. And he is now looking to the inside, coming out of 2. Chris Carroll looking sporty. Looks like the tires have given away on the 81 machine as he built up a pretty big lead. Chris Carroll has moved out in front as we've got more cars in pit road. The 66 of Nick Brees, the 86 of Jason Jackson, Daniel Walker into the pits. So field's starting to cycle through green flag stops. You'll see back of the field starting to undercut their pit stops as you see Nick Brees pulling out there, the 86, the 74. So those green flag stops happening right now. Try to catch up to that battle for third. Whoa! Going high. Andrew Griesbaum, I don't think was prepared. Hard onto the binders. Let's see. Oh, wow. Lit him up coming in. Oh, I understand, Ed. Those things happen for sure. We can't wait for you to be back, so we'll see you soon, hopefully. As Andrew Griesbaum, we'll have to see. He may have given himself a penalty there, coming in hot. Chris Carroll, your leader. Wow, Brandon Sheffield flying through the field. Gave Andrew Griesbaum a bit of a scare, now pulling up and around the 81. 81 having some connectivity issues. The third place car, Brian Traeger, now hitting pit road. As Brandon Sheffield makes his way to unlap himself, or get one of his laps back. We'll have to see. Our leaders should be coming in anytime soon. As we've hit completed lap 52. We see the second place car, Jaden Hopp, in, lighting him up, coming in. Again, those penalties may be an issue. Looks like that might be the case with, looks like the 81's still out there. Or 78. Have to take a look as we now have Billy Davison and Brian Zalbeski making his way down to pit road. Your leader, Chris Carroll, only 2 cars yet to pit. Chris Carroll now finding his way in on lap 53. Your leader, we'll have to see how this cycles out. Brandon Sheffield undercut it a little bit. He may take over the lead. Right now, only 1 car yet to pit. That's 11 of Robbie Hartpins. As you see, your leader, 99, coming in for service. Looks like he is coming in for 4 tires and fuel. Brandon Sheffield is going to cycle out to the lead by quite a bit. Right now, 6/10. Brian Zimmerman going to move into second. We'll have to see where this ends up between him and Jaden Hopp. Jaden Hopp, Andrew Griesbaum, Nick Brees, all going to come out ahead of your former leader, Chris Carroll. So as you see, the pit strategy is at play. Andrew Griesbaum looking to take that 3rd place position from Jaden Hopp as they come down the front stretch. Right there waiting in the wings, Nick Brees in the 66 Team GDR car. Jaden Hopp led quite a few laps early on before giving up that lead to Chris Carroll right around lap 44. Currently sets in 3rd. He's going to be one to watch to the end. Now pulling away from Andrew Griesbaum in 4th. We'll go up through the field. 28 machine. Brian Zimmerman playing some strategy, pitted on lap 33. tires starting to give way as he's losing some distance to Jaden Hopp in the 81. That gap now about 2 seconds, but we'll go up to your leader, Brian Sheffield, in the Edward Kane CPA machine. Number 96. Sheffield came in about 6-7 laps earlier than our leaders. Currently right now holds a 9.5 second lead as Jaden Hopp, Andrew Griesbaum move around the 28 machine of Brian Zimmerman. As we are about 43 to go in this 100 lap race. Strategy on full effect. Brian Sheffield short pits. We'll see if those tires hold out and see if he can hold off these two. Jaden Hopp, Andrew Griesbaum. We'll go back here to Chris Carroll. He was the leader prior to pit stops. Really stretched it out, pitted about the latest out of anybody on lap 54. Fell back down to about 6th, 7th place. So we'll have to see how that works out here to the end. He's about 10 seconds back from our leader, and about 2.5 seconds back from Jaden Hopp, who was 2nd place coming into that round of pit stops. So Chris Carroll's going to have to get up on that wheel and try to move his way through the field. .42 to go. Again, your field is the 96. Brandon Sheffield leading. We'll try to catch up to him. Looks like we may have skipped him a little bit. There he is. There's your leader. Holding now about 5.5 seconds gap. He's starting to really slow down. A little bit older tires, about 10 laps. Difference in tires between him and Jaden Hopp. That's going to affect him long run. But maybe in the play to make, considering the 96 machine was fading early on into that run. Got a battle for the 4th position. Chris Carroll
No point in holding you up.
works his way around Nick Maurice. Nick Maurice falling back to 5th spot. Solid run for the 66 machine, Civil Tech engineering car. Chris Carroll has a match lit under him. We'll see if he can track down Andrew Griesbaum and Jaden Hopp and see how much tire he uses up trying to get there. Right now, he's about 5.6 seconds back from your leader, Brian Sheffield. Andrew Griesbaum currently set in 3rd, 4.1 seconds back, starting to fade a little bit from Jaden Hopp. Closing in on Brian Sheffield, though. As you can see, your leader right there exiting 3, Jaden Hopp, or exiting 2, Jaden Hopp, down the backstretch, pulling in within 2 seconds of your leader. We'll see that lead shrink up very quickly as that gap is only 1 second back. As we got a good battle for 3rd. Take a look at that. Chris Carroll moves right around Andrew Griesbaum on his march to the front. But we'll go to that battle for the lead as it is 0.3 of a second. Brian Sheffield not even going to put up much of a fight. Pulls up to the high side. Lets Jaden Hopp by. Jaden Hopp, he's going to have to get on it as Chris Carroll is moving right up through the field. Only 1.6 seconds back with 36 laps to go in this 100-lap race. Jaden Hopp in the 81 Knott's Berry's Farm machine pulls out to a second ahead of 2nd place Brian Sheffield. Quickly coming into this picture, there you see it, the 99 Pit Lizard Performance machine of Chris Carroll. He's going to be making that move for second place here very soon, as you see the 99 moving to the inside of Brand Sheffield. Chris Carroll now sets his sights on Jaden Hopp for that lead, setting about 2 seconds back. We'll take a look back through the field. In fourth place, the Purina Mustang of Andrew Griesbaum. Andrew having a solid night here. Consistently in the top 3-4 positions. Currently holding tight in fourth. Another car that's made his way up through the field since that cycle of pit stops, Brian Traeger in the 6 eSpeed Racing machine. That Ford Mustang, currently setting 6.5 seconds back from your leader, Jaden Hopp. But right now has posted the fastest lap out of anybody that time by. Nick Brees setting 6th. Civil Tech Engineering number 66.
Rocky, I'm seeing some debris in turn 3.
As you hear some drivers calling out for maybe a debris caution. We've gone caution free so far, 6 to 8 laps. No jinx. Hopefully we're not jinxing it, because this has been good racing. Set 13th, that's the 11 car, 1 lap down. Robbie Harpence having his struggles here tonight. But at least sporting a good-looking eSpeed Race League paint scheme. Daniel Walker in the 74 Circle Jerks podcast car, out with a solid top 10 run. His first first start in the eSpeed Race League. We've raced with him a number of times in the Shake and Bake Racing League. So good to see new faces here in tonight's race. Jason Jackson in that Jackson Racing Futaba Mustang. Jason Jackson, an avid RC racer with that Futaba sponsorship. Out here running 8th tonight, Team GDR driver. Another solid top 10, Larry Bell, the Ironman, Eagle Eye Towing, number 43, Camaro. Larry Bell has made every official start in the eSpeed Race League with a solid top 10 run. And then we'll drop back here to the number 14 machine, Thomas Graw, running that TG Racing Graphics. Again, check them out on Facebook for any graphic racing designs. iRacing, he does all the best paints, so check him out there. Got to move forward third as Andrew Griesbaum works his way around Brandon Sheffield. Brandon dealing with those old tires. That car is getting tight. Woo! Sheffield drives it in deep, right on the back bumper, ends up sailing it up the track. Now he's under fire from Brian Traeger for that 4th position. Brandon Sheffield trying to hang on to every position he can as we get into the waning laps. Just nothing he can do with those older tires, unfortunately. As the 6 of Brian Traeger pulls alongside him down the backstretch. And looks to finish the pass here through 3 and 4 and try to work his way up to the 78 of Andrew Griesbaum. Go up here to the battle lead for the lead. It's kind of stabilized about 1.8 seconds as you see the lap car of Brian Zaleski, 11th place, saying they're in between our leaders, Chris Carroll and Jaden Hopp. Chris Carroll setting about 1.8 seconds back of the 81. So it is getting closer as we get down to the last 26 laps of this one. Head back here to the battle for third, as Andrew Griesbaum and Brian Traeger separated about 0.2 of a second These guys have been battling all night, seems like, for this third place position. Traeger just been a little bit faster on the long run. This is an open setup race, so you're seeing the best out of not only setups but drivers here. That time by Traeger just barely a little bit faster. Running a 32.02 versus Andrew Griesbaum's 32.06. These two are probably sick of running neck and neck with each other as they're looking for that podium position here at Charlotte. Yeah. That'll be interesting. We'll see that time by Griesbaum just a little bit faster. As we near the end of this one. Take a look at that lead right now. It's stabilized about 1.8, 1.9 seconds. Chris Carroll's been stuck behind the lap traffic of Brian Zalbeski, and now closing in on Billy Davison. Billy Davison running 11. First car one lap down right now in the lucky dog spot, so Brian Zalbeski's going to want to try and get around him as well. We'll have to see how this plays out. Looks like Carroll might have burnt up his tires just a little bit moving through the field. That time, Jaden Hobbs stretching out the lead by about 1/10 of a second. I would imagine also racing behind these two lap cars not doing Chris Carroll any favors. This next gen car does get aero tight, riding behind somebody, so that could be affecting him. As you can see, the car wiggles out of four, and may be a sign he's just a little tight through center, causing him to lose the rear coming out of the corner as he closes in on the lap car of Brian Zalbeski. Zalbeski not giving anything up as him and Billy Davison are fighting for that lucky dog spot. This time by, though, Chris Carroll gets a nose under Zalbeski. He's going to go ahead and complete that pass. Getting around the lap car during all that. Jaden Hopp has stretched it out to 2.5 seconds. As Chris Carroll has some work to do. Again, Carroll, late pitter, really had to make up some ground to catch up to the guys that undercut him pit-wise. Looks like this battle has calmed down just a little bit as Andrew Griesbaum's pulled out a couple of tenths on Brian Traeger. We'll go through the field, see if we can find some more position battles. Right now, Brian Sheffield's fall from the lead is kind of stabilized in 5th position. Solid top 5 run for the 96 Edward Kane CPA machine. Team GDR driver. His teammate Nick Brees in 6th. Currently right now setting 12 seconds back. And then about 4 seconds behind them, that'll be Daniel Walker in the 74. So again, with this lead, clean racing proves key as we've gone the full distance without a caution. Still has had great racing all night as Jaden Hopp is controlling this thing from our cycle of pit stops. He took over the lead during that exchange of pits, pitted 1 lap earlier than Chris Carroll. We got to keep an eye on that connectivity issue as Jaden has been bouncing in and out. Hopefully that doesn't worsen. It's basically like blowing your motor in real life. That'd be terrible if you ended up having to make an exit with that. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Just as a heads up, in the near future, eSpeed Race League, we got some great stuff Coming out, as we announced earlier, we're going to run a Firecracker 200 on Tuesday, July 5th. Signups will be out before too long. It's going to be an 80-lap race at Daytona. Going to be doing a charity race. We'll put out the details and everything like that. Try to raise some funds for some great causes. End up giving away some to the winner's charity of choice, as well as some to a random draw. Try to match some proceeds through the league and everything. All those details will be announced later this week. Try to do that on like a race stream or something. Get that information out there. Last one we ran was back in December, and we had just a really awesome time. Had a bunch of drivers show up for the plate race. So we'll try and do that again in the near future. As again, second place, Chris Carroll continues to drop, now about 3.5 seconds back. That time by about a tenth slower than Jaden Hopp. We'll go back through the field. That battle for third has heated up again. Andrew Griesbaum, Brian Traeger. Brian Traeger setting about 2 seconds back. As we'll jump on board the number 6 eSpeed racing machine. As you can see, the off-throttle time. This next-gen car, just so much fun. I can't say enough. NASCAR did the right thing.
Thanks, Rob.
With going with this this new car. A lot of people were skeptical about it as it was being introduced. You know, going away from the solid axle rear end, going to an independent suspension, more GT style aero and everything like that. But NASCAR really knocked it out of the park with this car. Going with the lowered downforce, really putting it in the hands of the drivers. And you've really seen that in real life and in the sim. So it's really good to see the off-throttle time. As you can see, Traeger really has to get out of it to navigate these corners and everything like that. So really fun experiment. Got to see it live at the Kansas Speedway. And that was probably one of the best races I've ever seen, as you had Kurt Busch and Kyle Larson battle all the way to the end for the win there. About good anywhere except a short track. So that's the one thing NASCAR needs to figure out, is how to make sure this car is good for short track racing, dealing with a lot of shifting issues and everything like that, which is kind of affected how the racing goes. So be really interesting to see going forward. Hopefully NASCAR doesn't find some way to screw it up. That's all I can say. So looking forward to that. This weekend's race at Nashville Superspeedway should prove to be a good one, as they tackle that 1.3 mile concrete oval. So far, Chris Carroll still unable to do anything with Jaden Hopp. I'm going to pause for 1 second, let the action go as I say goodnight to my daughter, so bear with me 1 second. All right, we are back. Can't help it when a cute little kiddo comes down to say goodnight, so had to exit for a second as we watch Chris Carroll still falling back from the lead of Jaden Hopp, now setting 4.4 seconds as we near the end of this one. With 7 laps to go, Jaden Hopp off on a rocket ship since that cycle of pit stops. Really set up for the long run here towards the end. Really good to see. This will be Jaden Hopp if he's able to complete this, his first eSpeed win. He's ran with us in the stock car series and everything like that, so good to see new winners if he can finish this one out. Again, we've gone green the whole way. Andrew Griesbaum, Brian Traeger, these two can't get away from each other. Griesbaum still holding tough. Traeger a little bit faster that time by. Traeger doing everything he can to get around the 78 of Andrew Griesbaum. Oh, a little too much that time. As he gets loose coming out of 4. Pushing it to the max. Just got a little bit loose there out of 4. Had to send it down
Robbie, I'm not
the
gonna
track.
push you, man. Let them guys battle it out.
As again, Jaden Hopp holding steady about 5 seconds on
good.
second. Coming up on the lap car of Thomas Graw. As we are now, 4 to go. I'm almost wanting to talk about cautions more so we can get a good finish. I got the controls. Should I put it out? Oh, that'd be a very NASCAR move. Throw that caution this late in the race. I think we see something out. Water bottle. There's a water bottle on the track. Oh, not going to happen. Whoa, real loose card there. That's Brand Sheffield hanging it out. 6th position. Nick Maurice was able to move around him. Nick Maurice moving into the top 5. Civil Tech Engineering Machine on a good run. Traeger, yeah, since bobbling out of 4, lost all momentum. It's nothing doing there. Jaden Hopp putting on a clinic here tonight. Getting ready for 2 to go. Raced with this guy numerous times in the Next Gen Cup car. I believe he might have a win in the Shake and Bake Racing League. I am not sure. It's an open setup league that I've ran with Jaden quite a bit. He's a part of Highside Racing over there. Highside Motorsports? I can't remember. Something like that. Jaden Hopp coming in for the final lap of this one. This thing goes official. Great race he has put on here tonight. And the Knott's Berries Farm, number 81. Outstanding performance. Outran the veteran Chris Carroll. Great showing out of the driver of that 81 Ford Mustang. And that one's gonna end it. 100-lap marathon.
Nothing for you there at the end.
Here at Charlotte. The Next Gen Open Challenge winner.
Thank you.
That man in the 81, Jaden Hopp. Fantastic performance.
Did you make an adjustment there?
We will take a break momentarily to try and track down our winner for an interview and everything like that. So hold on 1 second. We will be back with you momentarily.
Yeah, I was.
All right, Jaden Hopp, your winner. We're going to get, as we watch him do his celebration, and then he'll kick off our customary eSpeed demo derby. We'll see if we can talk to Jaden here. Jaden Hopp, congrats on being our inaugural NextGen Open Challenge winner. Hold on, I might be on mute for some reason. Jaden Hopp, congrats on being the winner of our inaugural NextGen Open Challenge. How you feeling about that win?
Feeling pretty good, thank you.
Yeah, no, you put on a clinic. I know early on the first, before the cycle pit stops, you and Chris Carroll really battled back and forth for the lead. At one point, he looked maybe a little bit faster on the long run, but then you really kind of put it on after that cycle of pit stops. What did you do differently on that second run that put you so far out in front of Chris Carroll, unable to challenge you?
I made a little bit of an adjustment on that pit stop to hopefully loosen up the entry, but I think I also did a better job driving it because I really smoked the right front that first run.
No, definitely. You definitely did a great job saving tires that second run. Chris maybe got within, I can't even remember, like maybe 4 or 5 seconds of you, and then just really had nothing for you the rest of the race. Going forward, looking ahead, I know you race in the Shake and Bake Racing League. We're getting ready for Nashville Super Speedway on Sunday. How's a win like this propel you racing in future NextGen Open races?
Hopefully it's good momentum going forward, but you never really know.
No, for sure. I understand. All right, man. Well, you got this win in the books here. First one with eSpeed Racing. We really appreciate it. You got that $25 prize. Any last thoughts, words, or anything like that?
Just thank you for putting on a good broadcast and good league. It'd be fun to watch over the broadcast once this is all over.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again for racing with us. Congrats on the win. I'll get a hold of you after the race about the payout and everything like that. So really appreciate you running with us tonight. You have a good one.
Thank you, you too.
As we say bye to Jaden, we're going to go ahead and pull in Chris Carroll. Bear with me one moment here. Chris Carroll, you put on a great show. I know this is one of your first races in the NextGen car, but walk us through how you feeling about that second place finish.
I feel pretty good about second. Of course, everyone wants to win, but I felt real good the first run there, Rocky. I learned how to drive the car, and I thought Jaden was going to walk away from me, and then I was able to run him down. But the second run, I don't know whether he made a real good adjustment or whether I ran up on a couple of lappers there, and it was Sabowski and Davison. And Sabowski let me go, and when I went to run up on Davison, my car just got super unstable, and I was there to go. Couldn't go anywhere. The air in those cars is incredible. It changes a lot of stuff, and I'm not blaming, I'm not blaming him. It's just the way it worked out. But man, that thing, my tires were better the second run than the first. Saved them better, and it just got real unstable there.
No, for sure. We were watching you as you kind of drove up through the field. You looked like you had a rocket moving away, as you came out of the pits. I think you came out about 6th or 7th. You really moved your way up through the field up into that second position. But yeah, the car kind of just stalled out for you there. But yeah, I would say, first time running that next-gen car, you looked really good, sporty as always. We know you're about an alien in this car. What are you thinking going forward? You think you're gonna be running some more of that?
I think, yeah. I mean, I like learning new cars. I mean, there's cars that you're not good in, and there's cars that you got to learn to be good in, and you either figure it out or you don't. But I mean, I had a lot of fun trying to figure out how to drive that car. It felt strange. It felt foreign, but I was trying to do the right stuff to keep the tires under it. But it seemed like the tires didn't mean so much, man. I wanted to pit a lap after Jaden and have fresher stuff to go get him, and that didn't seem to matter. It only hurt me going into the pits. So in all the other cars, you want to kind of pit later and let the tires come to you. So I think I'll run more of that going forward and learn what you got to do and how different it is from everything else.
No, for sure. Well, great run as usual. Good to see you back in the league and running some more races and everything like that. What do you have planned in the near future?
Well, I mean, Road to Pro is over, so there won't be any of that for another year. But I'm doing different leagues. I'm going to run your league when you got it up, and I got a couple other leagues I run. I run the Apex League, I run the Blazing Pedals League, and I run the Crooked Line League, and I run your league. So I got 4 of them that I'm bouncing back and forth from. I wish you had more races. Um, I've always been loyal to you guys, and you've been loyal to all of us. So I wish you had more races. I wish we could combine leagues and get a whole bunch of good stuff going. But that's about it till Road to Pro. I don't. I just kind of run leagues until then. I don't run official races anymore.
No, for sure. We'll check it out. We'll have some actually some series starting up very soon, so we'll be racing before too long on a regular basis. So again, great run, Chris Carroll. Appreciate it. Any last comments, thoughts, anything like that?
Yeah, I always got to thank USAFirearms.com. Brian Zimmerman powers my car. That's how we go fast every week. I got to thank all you guys for putting this on, man. That setup I ran there was pretty good, Rocky. I took your bait setup and made like 1 or 2 adjustments that we talked about before the race. I tried that, and it felt pretty good. I got to thank all the Pit Lizard boys, of course. Those guys are we run every week, everywhere, and have a great time. And that's about it, man. I got to thank you for putting all this stuff on. It's really cool to have somewhere to race, and all you guys that do this and sacrifice for the iRacing community, man. We wouldn't have it without you guys. So really appreciate it, Rocky.
Hey, absolutely no problem. Thank you again for racing with us, and we'll wish you good night. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
No problem. All right, that wraps it up. Looks like Andrew Griesbaum did not stick around for his interview. That's okay. We congratulate him for his 3rd place finish as we get ready to sign off here tonight again. Great racing. We saw a caution-free, which is a usual thing in this league. Kind of started thinking about we might need to do some sort of stage breaks or something like that. But no, great racing all around. I appreciate all our drivers and everything like that raced with us tonight. So, looking forward here coming up. We announced tonight the Firecracker 200. It's going to be taking place Tuesday, July 5th, their charity race, so we'll have some more information on that. Shortly thereafter, we'll be doing some more special events, as well as getting into our next big series for the remainder of the 22 year, as we look at great things ahead, really trying to build it up. If you want to race with us, we have the Discord links and everything like that on the Twitch channel. Join us there. We'll have a website and everything like that. Check out more where it comes for when we get to some more racing, some race streams, things like that. That'll be coming very soon. So all good things. eSpeed Race League on the up and up. We're going to do some more just me racing and everything like that. Tomorrow night we got the Dirt Super Late Model Tour. We're going to run that. It's been interesting. Ran the first race. That was a whole lot of fun. So got a whole lot of great racing coming up. This will be the place you'll want to tune into. So make sure to follow and everything like that. Don't worry about subscribing. We're not doing this for money. Anything that we do get goes to the league and everything like that. So want to thank you all for watching. If you stuck around this long, really appreciate it. Everything like that and the support. And you know what? We'll catch you next time at the track. Have a good night.